Hey everybody, want to Weezmere 2:43 a.m. back for episode 76 of our Xbox One Solo Survival Series. As promised, we're going to get ourselves, I guess the water bucket could come out. Gonna get ourselves some steak for breakfast. That was the unintended consequence of eating. So, this gate is taking a little bit longer than it should. And for that I apologize, but these stairs, as you can see, I have decent luck using them as stairs. It's just every other time that I try to be decorative with them that it seems to not want to cooperate. So, I'm gonna head back over here to the build site. Again, that's not a bad angle to kind of see what we're doing. There's a spider over there. Any creepers? Nope. Obviously, creepers are a concern mainly because they will destroy what we're working on, and that's not what we want to have happen. Speak of the devil, it looks like we've got ourselves some combat. Have we killed a creeper with this sword yet? I don't know that we have. And that's how you wreck a creeper with a diamond sword. Alright, so, did he drop anything? No, what a cheapskate. Let's get back to work. I think the area is clear. So, the dirt is scaffolding, please ignore it. And what we got done finally was just this center section here on this narrow part, and I think I'm okay with it. So we basically now can come in and just, I guess, interconnect all of this. So we would need to be, I guess, directly in line with it, if I'm not mistaken. But I think I could get by like this. We've perhaps progressed with our stair techniques. Thank you. Okay. So that actually went well, and then we just can't cycle through the items. Alright, let's try this again. See if we can maybe aim these stairs better today. Yes, how about that? Impressive. And now we will come down. That's 3 high, we're going to remember that for good reason. And we'll throw down here. We will throw, there we go. Alright. Back to the stairs. Again, I did the same thing and I don't know why. So 6 high is our magic number 1. And then right up there we want Cobel. And here we want the other upside down stair. And let's actually drop down like so. Kind of want to make sure that I'm okay with that type of a look. Obviously, I'm envisioning it without the dirt. I don't know if you are or not. And then again, ignore that thing. That's, you know, if you don't know what that is, go back to like the first 10 episodes and you'll learn why that's there and why it's important. So, I think that might be okay here. So, I guess we'll go ahead and connect that and take it from there. Of course we won't. That's too high. What was I thinking? It'd be all too convenient if it worked like we wanted it to, would it not? Alright, so up we go. Alright. I'm kind of wondering if there shouldn't be like one more stair. That would kind of throw off the entire height, wouldn't it? But that might not be a bad thing, because we would then have that kind of in place. So this will be our test piece right here. So we would need that in place, I think. And then step down. Alright. And then just to give an idea, we'll place the half slab there. So let's take a look at that, shall we? I don't know, maybe the 7 high is the way to go, actually. now that we've done that. Alright. You have to use your imagination to pretend that some of this isn't here. So, that would be there. What have we done? What horrible things have we done? Alright, let's get up here and destroy some of this mess. Okay. There's our 7 high. Let's take a look at that, shall we? Oh, well, that was an unfortunate escape. I don't know. I feel like it would be better if there was like another thing of the trim at a step lower. It's like 5, 6, 7. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So we'll try that on this side and see what we can do. Then of course that throws all of that off. So try to do this piece at a time. I would go there. And what is that? Why is it there? Yeah. Alright, so we would then need number 6 to be in place. And of course it goes the wrong way. Why else? I mean, what else would it do aside from go the wrong way? Okay. Hopefully this functions correctly. Yes. Alright. That would go there. I'm going to break the half slab now. And see if we can slide into position for this. Nope, it shapeshifted on us. It was right where we wanted it, and then it just changed positions. So, alright, but now we can do it. For a while, I always take the long way. It did it again. Why do you do that to us? Okay. 15th time's the charm. Yes, thank you. Okay, let's drop down here and see what we have. I don't know. Of course, now all the dirt's in the way. I'm about burned out on this front gate. This is something that should have like been done in one episode. Yeah. Having to pull all this, just getting a feel for it now. I don't know. They have to let us place that. Thank you. Okay, so it is possible to go 7 high. Let's even it out and see what we think. So maybe even it out. Maybe go up the scaffolding that we threw up. Okay. So that actually worked. That's the first time I've been point blank range and gotten that to apply like I intended to. Alright. So that went into place. It's actually going fairly well, so I'm wondering if it's a sign that it's what we should actually do. There's that one, and our final piece of the puzzle. Now let's gather our resources and see what it looks like. Already dark. These days just go too fast. Alright, so that's going to leave 3 pieces in the middle, and I kind of like that being an odd number. So it seems like kind of overkill having that much of a stair step or like trim effect, but part of me likes it. Now this I may not like. It will work. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's gonna place it 1 over. So let's see. That's gonna look stupid for sure. If we could ever get that one to go. Yeah. You know what? That's not. I don't know. I thought that was gonna look incredibly dumb, and it only looks somewhat incredibly dumb. So I don't know. I might leave that for right now and come back to it with a fresh day. And we really need to like breed some cattle and chickens in particular, so we can have some feathers and steak, because we're gonna run low on that stuff. The reed farm, and I basically am thinking I'm gonna do 99% of that off camera, just because it's gonna take like an eternity to harvest that stuff. Even parts of it. If I were just to do like a segment, it's gonna take a long, long time. Anywho, at least, I mean, hey, we killed a creeper before we struggled through that mess, so I guess that's something. Anyway, let's get up here. I didn't check the windows that time, so we should surface this direction. It's odd we're not getting shot at. Usually when I come out here, that's what goes on. But yeah, let's get right back out here and take a look at this thing from the backside. See what we make of it. That's really weird, but it's kind of neat. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that. And probably because everyone assumes it's going to look horrible. But I don't know. It's somewhat unique, in my opinion. So I don't know. I might be leaving that thing like that. It's kind of cool, actually. It's all about being different. I mean, you can come in and people have built, you know, pretty much anything you can imagine in this game. So at some point in time, you know, it's just, you gotta do something to be different, you know. But speaking of, we lowered the stairs 1 step, which I'm sure this is not going to work. It actually did. I'm flabbergasted. So, that means that needs to go and that needs to go. And now that would be block 6, which will now have a stair coming off of it. And then this will be block 7. So we will break Mr. Half Slab and throw up this stair. And yeah. So that is mirror image, and now we just have to fix it here. So, break some of our scaffolding, our beloved scaffolding. And this would be stair 5, and it just did its shapeshift on us. Alright, let's try this. Doodle-doo. Gonna try and, I guess we'll shift out, so it at least doesn't shift that way. We got it. Amazing. And right there. And then that means this needs to go become a block. And the half slab's got to go and become a stair. And yeah, that should match now, at least those 2 sides. Now I just need to recreate that oddly weird thing that I kind of like. For some weird reason. I thought it would look horrible, I'm not even gonna lie. And it should, but for some reason, it's kind of grown on me. I don't know. It's like you can walk through here, but you can't walk through there. Or you get punished and fall. I don't know why, but I kind of like it. So yeah, we'll call that part good, I guess. Now, what do I want to do to distinguish this a little bit more? 14 minutes in here. I'm kind of thinking mirror it somehow. Not necessarily a mirror, but 1, 2, 3. What if we did do a 3 pocket? So we got 3 spaces there. And of course, we don't have that here. So, for the time being, there would be 1, 2, 3. And I think our gap was 3, was it not? I believe. Okay. So, kind of wondering about going up a little bit higher on those. Let's just start out here, shall we? We can always take this down if we hate it. 6. There's our 7 height right here. And let's see. If we staircase that sucker, which I'm sure this is going to go wrong, but I'm going to try it. Oh, look at that. We got it. So, we'll half slab here, jump across, and see if we can't get that stair to do what we want it to. We did. It's amazing. It's a small miracle. I don't know how it's happened, but it did. Alright, so, oh, glad that was there. And then we jump off anyway. So let's take a look at that. 7. I would extend it a little bit. Trying, and again, this is stuff I feel bad having on camera, but everyone says keep it all on camera, so I'm trying to just kind of feel out like a side tower right now. And I kind of like it to be slightly different. I'm kind of thinking about adding some depth to it, essentially. Oh. Let's try to just come up on this side, make things symmetrical for the time being. 4, 5, 6, 7. And that means if we get lucky, we can actually get these stairs oriented like we want them. Awesome. I guess we're slowly but surely getting better with our stair placement, aren't we? I feel like that was one low, wasn't it? Okay. So, there's that. And we've got that built now. So, what would we do? I'm thinking of having a door into each of these towers off of this piece, which means it would need to be a walkway, which that's a great time to use the half slab, is it not? I think so. So we will try this. We will try a lot of half slabs for the first time ever. We got 1 row. This will be row number 2. And I'm going to come over here and try to make this even so I don't get off. And let's see. 1. Yes, this will actually pan out nicely. Alright, it's a shame I don't think you can place a glass pane like I'm wanting to. But I could, in theory, place glass across here because that's a block thickness. And that would tie in nicely with our little theme up there, would it not? Alright, let's try that. So we need some more half slabs now. And let's see if we can, where's the crafting table? Somewhere, there it is. Let's see if we can do this. Nope, we couldn't. Okay, so half slab time. I actually found those really fast, which is odd in this game. 60 is okay. I guess for now. Let's take a look at this from the bottom. Kinda cool. I don't know. I might actually be onto something here. Now, the glass is kind of going to be a little bit odd, I guess, since it'll be like sort of, you know, kind of like doing its own thing. But that might not be a bad deal. And it's the main thing is it's masked from the front side. I feel like you're not going to see it if you're like coming to this castle from the desert. And then if you get under the bridge and you're like being super analytical of the desert oasis place that has water for you to drink, then yeah, you know, complain right ahead. But otherwise, I think it's just kind of going to be something people will be like, oh, a castle, and they wouldn't pay attention to this. So let's fill this gap in. There's number 4. So we got like a half piece of glass there. And right here. But like I said, it is kind of hidden by our little design, if you will. So jump out. Almost dark. Oh, we didn't do that side. Of course. I thought we forgot something. Shouldn't be too difficult to do, I wouldn't think. Let's go out as far as we can. Come on now. Really? Really? There we go. Now it's just a question of will it let us place them off of the glass? Yes, yes it will. Alright, so that's kind of pieced together decently. Dun 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 dun. I mean, like, if you're coming up, you kind of see that, like, odd drop, but I mean, that actually, I wasn't even thinking of the glass when we did it, and it kind of came together way better than expected. So, for now, we have crossed the 20-minute mark. Let's see what all we dropped. I think we've gotten most of it. Oh, that wolf scared me. And I thought that cactus was a creeper, but it's not. So, we actually made decent progress. The stairs didn't really make us look like idiots today. So, it's all about those small achievements. Now, I thought I saw something through the gap. And it must have been a torch, which is better than a witch, because that's what I thought it was. So, I'm actually able to say that we made good progress in this episode. We didn't feed anything like I wanted to, but hey. I'm going to pause this and see what was going on the Twitter machine. I'll update you. How about that real time? Yeah, that was Tim. He saw my post on Enigma earlier, and then we were talking about. He was saying how he was going to hold out for Toys R Us because they're going to have him Friday, hopefully, with the BOGO 40%. And then I told him that GameStop actually had some traps that I hadn't seen before, but they were in bundles, and we were making jokes about how they like to bundle. And then I made the crack about how that's why you don't see Chase variants in their store, because they're pulled at the distribution center and put in like $300 super collector bundles that no one can afford. Anyway, that's another story, another day. And I feel good about what we did here. And I'm going to go back out there. We're going to continue on. And I guess I should have probably thought about the gates. I was thinking of doing something with sticky pistons from the top. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just have it open. I kind of wanted like a tripwire to look like it was holding a suspended bridge. That's actually the reason I had that frame out in the first place, but I don't think that's possible. So it would be cool if it was. I think in mods you could probably make it angular like that. But here in Block World, I don't think it's an option for us, sadly. But I'll try to figure something out. And I think this is going to come together fairly neat. And if it's not neat, it'll at least be unique. Because I don't think anyone else has probably ever, I'm sure someone has, but it's not a typical build. You usually see like, you know, things not with that odd shape we did in the middle. So that said, for what we're doing, I think it fits. So I'm going to quit rambling, and we will be back for episode 77 of Solo Survival. Make sure you're subscribed, leave a like, leave a comment. If you enjoy the series, tell your friends about it, encourage them to do the same thing, and I will catch you on the flip side.